do we travel? Let's go on an adventure. Welcome to the second episode of Capricious Conversations. It is a wonderful day and I am glad you are here wherever you are, whenever you are. Thanks for coming on an adventure with me. Today I want to talk about why we travel. And lots of different people have lots of different reasons for traveling. I mean, for businessmen, they travel for work, it's their job. But for a lot of us, we travel for some other reason. Sometimes I think people maybe don't even know why it is that they want to go somewhere, why it is that they want to travel. And so the first reason I think that we travel is the romance of the unknown. There is something so intoxicating about doing something you've never done and being somewhere you've never been before. There's new sights, there's new sounds, there's new smells. Literally, if you've never been somewhere, every place smells different. It has its own distinct aroma. And you're like, oh, that smells like wherever it is. Every time I go to IKEA, I go, oh, it smells like Europe. Because it does. I mean, I don't even know exactly what it is, but IKEA smells like Europe. So there's that scent, there's the visual, there's that romance of something that's so completely different from your norm, which is wonderful and it's so exhilarating when you get there. But beyond the romance of the unknown, what do we go for? And I think some people get caught up in the stuff, right? There's tons of stuff to see, there's tons of stuff to do. And don't get me wrong, you should go and see and do the stuff because that's pretty cool. I mean, tourist attractions are tourist attractions for a reason. They're attractive. There's something about them that makes you want to go see them and be there. Whether it's their size or their beauty. Like when I was in Italy, I went to the Colosseum. I went to the Roman Forum, I went to the Duomo, I went to the Uffizi, I went to all those places that were the touristy places. And you should go because there's some amazing stuff to see. Like, I haven't been there yet, but one of these days I'm going to get to India and see the Taj Mahal because wow. Or to Egypt to see the pyramids, there's something about that that's super attractive. But the thing is, you shouldn't just travel for the stuff. Stuff is cool, but what you really remember, when I've gone to Europe several times. I've been very blessed to travel a lot in my life. And when I think back on my trips, it's very rarely the stuff that I remember. What I remember is the people and the relationships and the friends that I made. So here's the thing. Don't go for the stuff. Go for the relationships. Go and see the tourist stuff. But maybe take a day and go to a little tiny town that's out of the way, go to a little tiny restaurant that all the locals go to, and just be there. And just see what life is like. When I travel, that's kind of my main purpose, is just to see what life is like there. What do the locals do? What do they like to eat? What do they like to drink? What do they do for fun? What do they do on their off days? Because I want to know not just a vacation. I don't just want a vacation. Because I don't just want a vacation. I want an experience and I want to know what life is like. What real life is like. Because when you're a tourist, that's not real life. Not many people, I will say, live as tourists. Most of us live a somewhat mundane life. We go to work and we go home. We eat some food, whether we go out to a restaurant or we cook it at home. But the point is, you know what life is like for you. So go and find out what life is like in Nepal. What do they like to do on their off days? I don't know. Let's go find out about that. And here's the thing. When you do that, when you open yourself up to that kind of everyday life, then you're gonna meet people who are living that everyday life. And that is what traveling is all about. The people that you meet and the relationships that you make. Some of my best friends in the entire world do not live in America. My two best friends in the world live in Colorado here with me, But there are other really good friends that I have, people that have really made an impact in my life and who are like family to me, that are scattered all over the world. Some of my best friends live in Poland. Shout out to all my Poland peeps. And when I think about Poland, you know, I think about some of the stuff that I've seen. Like, Gdańsk is beautiful. It's so gorgeous. If you ever have the chance, go see the old city in Gdańsk. It's wonderful. But I don't really think about the sights. I think about my friends. I think about my people who are there. You know, the people, my people, right? They belong to me now. They're part of me. They're part of what makes me who I am. You know, when I'm there, I just want to sit down and chat with my friends. And the stuff that we can go and see and do, it doesn't mean much without those people. One thing that I love to do when I'm in Poland, there's a little tiny town. It's called Kłobrzeg, and it's right on the Baltic Sea. It's probably my favorite city in the entire world. I love it. But when I think about Kłobrzeg, you know, I think about the people that are there, and they're some of my best friends. And there's a little port there, and you can take these like themed ship rides, and it goes out of the port and a little ways into sea, and then it turns around and you come back. Which, if you're just, you know, talking about it, you're like, ooh, yeah. But when I go on it with my friends, and we go almost every time I'm there, when I go on that with my friends, then it becomes a memory and it becomes an event, because the people who are there make it something, you know? We dress up in the silly Viking hats that are on the Viking ship. We always go on the Viking ship for some reason. We never go on the pirate one. But we put on the silly Viking hats and we pose for pictures with a little Viking thing. And then we talk and we have a good time and we laugh and we love it. And it takes a 20-minute little ship ride that really doesn't seem that exciting to something that I look forward to every time I go. That's why you travel. You travel for the people. You travel for the memories that you're going to make and the relationships that you're going to form when you're there. Because when you travel and you make these relationships, you're never just leaving the same way you came. You're leaving changed, and you're leaving a little bit of yourself there. A little bit of my heart. Actually, I'm going to be real. A lot of my heart lives in Poland. A little bit of my heart lives in Germany. Some of my heart lives in Italy. I've got pieces of my heart all over the world. And so I know that whenever I go there, it's gonna feel like home, because that's a little piece of my heart. So where do you wanna go? Where's home for you? Where have you traveled to? It could just be around the United States. I have a little bit of my heart in Montana. I'm not from Montana. I'm from Colorado, but a little bit of my heart lives in Montana. A little bit of my heart lives in Florida. A little bit of my heart lives in California. So, you know, where's your heart? Leave a comment down below and tell me where some of the places that have really captured your heart are. Let's have a conversation about why we travel and some of the relationships that are really important to you. Let's connect about that. Let's have a discussion about that. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and sharing this video with all of your friends. Let's go on an adventure.